Welcome back to That God Power. This is the channel where we're going to unlock the God power that's laying dormant on the inside of you. But first today, as promised, I wanted to do a video about love. And not just love, but the real love. What is love? Because love is something it's being preached in our society right now on a massive scale. But I think it's really important to understand what it is. And that's why I chose to do this video. Now, one thing I did want to say before I started is that when I tried to do this last night, there was something that stopped me, literally. And when I tried to do it early this morning, like I'm talking about super early, like when it was still dark outside, there was still something that stopped me. So I know that there's going to be something in this message that helps somebody. So let's break it down. And I'm going to start by going over the definition of love from the dictionary, and we're going to compare that to the definition of love from God. Like, what is God's love? So I think that it will be important to understand God's love so that we can use that, because that will be operating in the God power. Hey. All right, so the definition of love according to Merriam-Webster is, they have like a couple of them. Number one is a strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties. Maternal love for a child, attraction based on sexual desire, affection and tenderness felt by lovers. The second one they have is warm attachment, enthusiasm, or devotion. So these are all about being attached or having feelings for somebody. The third one, the object of attachment, devotion, or admiration. The fourth one, unselfish, loyal, and benevolent, concern for the good of another, such as the fatherly concern of God for humankind. So that's number four. They actually acknowledge benevolence. But let's see how that compares. You know what I'm saying? They have a couple more, but they're just like one words. Like sexual embrace. That's love, according to Webster's. But anyways, let's compare that to God. And if you want to know where I'm getting the definition of love from, how God defined it, it's from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 8. So it starts off, it's like, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it's going to pass away. So that is the definition of God's love. How it compares is, to me, this is how I'm breaking it down. The Webster's definition of love is about feelings and doing good. But actually, God's love is defined to a set of things. And I think what happens in our society is people add and subtract from what love actually is to make it their own. And that's where the problem is. That's where the confusion is. Because love is simple. It's patient. So just have patience at all times. Ask yourself, am I being patient right now, or am I being annoyed? Like, be patient. Love is kind. Am I being kind, or am I being mean? It does not envy. Do I want what somebody else have, and do I not like them because they have something more than me? Or am I chilling? You feel me? It does not boast. Basically, all these people who flex, that's boasting. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to boast. That's not love. It's out of love. It's not proud. You don't be stubborn because you don't want to see another person's point of view. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not love, dog. That's stubbornness. You're proud. You have to have an open mind and just accept. It does not dishonor others. So those who speak bad and treat others bad, you're operating outside of love. It's not self-seeking. So basically, you're not doing it to make yourself feel better. You're doing it because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not easily angered. There's like a tension in our society now that lots of people are easily angered. And that is something that's really against love. Even though love is being preached, everybody's easily angered and offended. Oh, I'm offended and now I'm angry at you. Like, that's not love, dog. It's totally against the definition of love here. So just keep that in mind. It keeps no record of wrongs. Wow, this is something that a lot of people do, which allows them to judge another person. They'll say, oh, since you did that before, you're going to do this again. And you're not supposed to keep records of wrongs. That's operating outside of love. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Therefore, like, if you know you're doing something wrong and you're not exposing yourself and just being happy that you're doing whatever you're doing, like, you're convicted at that point. So you know you're doing something wrong. You're hiding something. You're not delighting in the truth. You're operating outside of love. Yeah. It is what it is. It's written. It always protects, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't specify who it protects. It always protects. So if you're not always protecting, then you're operating outside of love. And we can break that down. That means, like, by protecting, like, if you see somebody struggling on the street, or you see somebody get in a car accident, or, like, you have the power to protect people. You have the power to protect yourself. You have the power to protect your mind, your soul, your heart, your words, the people that you keep around you. It always protects. It always trusts. If you don't trust, then you're operating outside of love, because love always trusts. It always hopes. So even though all this bad shit happens, it still always hopes. And if you're not always hoping, and you're one of these people that just give up, then the next one, even, it always perseveres. You're operating against two of the principles of love. So that's totally out of love. So love never fails. And then it's like, but where there's prophecies, they're going to cease. Where there's tongues, they're going to be stilled. And where there's knowledge, it'll pass away. The reason why those things will go away, because those are physical, of the physical world. And love is not of the physical world. And that's why this last little sentence is trying to distinguish what love is. It's more than something of this physical world, where we try to understand it in terms of this physical world. So God broke it down in terms of our physical world and told us what love is. And I believe if we follow exactly what that is in love, everything will be dope. Like, you'll love yourself. You'll love everybody around you. And for me, maybe I'm gonna have to post that on my, like, wall or something in the morning, so I can see that every day, so I can remember to exude all those principles every day, and not just some of them. But hopefully this helps somebody, and I hope that everybody has a really good day today. Make sure you click the like button if you liked it, and subscribe. Also share it, you know what I'm saying? Get this message out, because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a messenger. I'm just saying what's written, breaking it down so that we can understand it together. You feel me? So again, peace out. Thanks for joining me. And remember, you got that God power.
Loving the God power. I got the God power.
Tapping the source, caught in the vibes. I just thank God I'm alive. I just thank God that I'm fly. I just thank God for my rhymes every night.